Hey everybody, it's Keith, Amy, and Cooper here. We're out for our walk today. We mentioned in one of our latest videos that we wanted to do a walk a mile a day. So we're out to do that. Amy will tell you a little bit more about how that walk mile a day came about.
Yeah, so I worked in healthcare for about 2 decades, and one of my dear friends from nursing school, Allison, shout out to Allison, told me about one of the things that she did to help her deal with working on the front lines during the COVID-19 pandemic. So she chose to commit to just walk 1 mile a day, and she said that it made a tremendous impact on her day to day because she didn't ever know, was she going to get sick? Was she going to bring something home to her family? But doing that 1 mile a day was something that she could control, something that was predictable, and something that she looked forward to every day. And she ended up doing it for 3 or 4 years until she had an injury. And she said when she had the injury, it was so hard to miss that mile, and she's back to doing that again. So that kind of inspired me as we're traveling and making this transition that we would look forward to doing a mile every day.
So we'll try to take you on our mile. We're walking around the campground we're here at Great Escapes at Chestnut Bay in Leesburg, Alabama. So we'll show you a little bit around the park as we go as well. So as we're walking, I want to tell you about another goal that we have as we travel and over the next few weeks that we wanted to do. While we've been here off the road a little bit, we had the opportunity to go to the marriage conference for our home church, Church of the Highlands. And at that marriage conference, the speaker talked about how, lots of times husband and wife, they'll get home in the evening time and they'll just, ask, how was your day today? And, it's just kind of the same old question. And, maybe not a whole lot went on that day. And so he just talked about maybe mixing it up a little bit and something different to maybe ask your spouse when you got home was maybe like, what did you see funny today? So one of our second goals we want to share with you guys as we go along is we want to share something that happened funny each day. So we'll be on the lookout for something funny, and you guys share in the comments if you've got something that you saw funny today. So you see here at Great Escapes, one of the playgrounds for the kids. We got a jumping pillow and a playground. You'll get to see some of the water park here. I'll give you a couple different views of the water park as we go along, but this is just really right outside our campsites. You see there's our home there. So in the summertime, I can imagine this would be quite the view, quite fun to watch all the kids here.
You can see the lake in the distance there too.
Yep. I think the actual water park is called, you don't have to stay here to go to the water park. You can just pay a daily pass for the water park. It's called Pirates Bay, I believe. So Amy and Cooper always are a few steps ahead of me. They're faster walkers than me. And in the background, you might hear some pressure washing going on. So they're doing lots of cleanup here in the water park, getting ready for opening. You see one of the small slides for little kids here. Cooper loves the tunnel. He don't know what's going on when he hears the echo. But this tunnel runs under the main road, kind of separates the RV park from the homes down on the lake.
Sit. Thank you.
So it's a great little loop to walk. So this is all part of the Chestnut Bay Resort. I think most of these homes are on a rental program.
Wait.
It's right on Weiss Lake. Weiss Lake is located in northeast Alabama, real close to the Georgia line. Weiss Lake sits here in Leesburg, Center, Cedar Bluff, all those areas sit along the lake. Center is known as the crappie capital of the world. So if you like fishing, like crappie fishing or crappie fishing as some people call it, this is your place to be. So this is one of about 5 or 6 pools in the resort area. Again, a lot of these rental homes back up right to the pool area.
He would love to get in. No pets, Cooper.
Amy was just saying that Cooper would love to get in that water. He does. He loves the water. So see, this is just kind of a splash fountain. Got a grotto back there.
And this red house is my friend Andy's house. So shout out to Andy. You have a beautiful rental home here.
All right, let's head down toward the lake.
This way.
There you see the sign there. Shows the way to Pirates Bay Water Park. We just walked through.
Wait.
So we've been here at this resort for almost 2 months now. And when we first got here, the water was way down, so they pulled the water down in the wintertime. It's dam controlled. So they do some boat rentals
You
around
can't get
here.
on the
You see
boat,
the
though.
swan boats, pedal boats. They also, I think, rent kayaks and pontoon boats, fishing boats, jet skis, do sunset cruises. Here we have another designated swimming and beach area. Got it set up real nice. Cooper and Amy climbing the hill. Go for it. They're heading that way. I'm going to show you one of the other pools real quick. One of the other pools.
All right, you ready?
This is one of several basketball courts here in the resort. One of the things we have missed here is there is no dog park. to let Cooper run. But we found he loves to go on the basketball court. We can close the gate, and he chases the balls. He's never seen a ball that big. He loves basketball. It's like Air Bud. Resort has a pretty nice little putt-putt course. You can see there. Free of charge. At least while we're here it is. This is the main gate where you come in. The little check-in kiosk and activities center. Straight ahead.
Over here in the shade. Sit.
The resort also has several cabins or mobile homes that can be rented. You can see the cabins there. Pretty cool. Here's another playground. Playgrounds everywhere in this place. And gem mining. There's the camp store. Golf cart rentals. And there's an amphitheater over there as well. A few more of the rental cabins. And the amphitheater. Looks like a good place for a movie.
It does.
So there's another basketball court. This is the one that Cooper loves to come to. Shipwreck concessions, snack bar. I think that's open. It's not open right now, but that will be when the water park's open. It backs up right here to the water park. So this is the other side of the water park. They did actually open it a couple days last week. I think just a soft opening and just let the people who are staying here, kids, come and play. They didn't open all of it, not all the big slides, but this whole section here they did open. So that was fun to watch the kids. Big water bucket that empties the skull. So the water park again is open to the general public, and then if you're staying here, there is an additional fee for the water park. I think it's pretty reasonable though. If you're staying here, don't quote me on this, but I believe I heard it's just like $10 extra a day for the water park. Be really cool to see it in the summertime. Be here before you know it. You see the sign pointing toward the jump pillows. They have 2 jump pillows here in the RV park. Several bathhouses with laundry. At least 2 pools outside of the water park. And then through the rest of the resort where the homes are, there are 2 or 3 more pools there that are also accessible when you're staying here at the RV park. But this section right here is the 3, 4, and 500s. 300s back in on the left here. 400s all pull throughs, which is where we are, straight ahead there. And then on the other side of that, the 500s are all back ends. Now I'm going to take you up the hill to the 200 sites here at the RV park. It's just a short walk up the hill. This is the highest point in the RV park. And you'll see when we get up here, there's actually a bathhouse with a laundry and a pool, separate pool for this area, as well as an activity field that has a jumping pillow, a little bit of playground equipment, I guess it is. But you see this nice wooded area around here. Got some shady spots. So these are sites 201 to 230. So some of these are a little smaller sites, lots of tree cover. This is site 201 right here. Be a good tent site. I'm not sure if they do tent camping, to be honest with you. Good for a little Class B or Class C. And on this side, they have a couple of really long sites. Any 45-footer would have no problems in here. This site 230, I believe it is. Probably the longest site in here. Super long. You'd have room for a 40-foot plus another vehicle or 2 on the front of the pad here. There's a good size, at least 40-foot Class A. You got plenty of room. So here's the activity field. See, there's a gaga ball pit, a little slide, another big jumping pillow. It's a snack trailer up here, so I'm sure in the summertime the snack trailer is open. Lots going on. This is Derek. Derek is a resident. He's not really a resident here, but he's here all the time. I think he lives in a neighboring home. Hey, Derek. Hey, Derek. Hey, buddy. So until just the other day, Derek was a big bushy dog. Derek was a big bushy dog. You hear her mention it. But all of a sudden, this dog showed up with a big bushy tail, and that's it. I didn't even recognize it being Derek until later on. He got shaved, got his summer cut. So you see the wagon ride. They do wagon rides around during the day. There's the food trailer. So I guess they do tent camping. Some tent campers right there. So tent camping is allowed. So here's one of the two pools that are actually inside the RV park. Now I mentioned earlier, there's 4 or 5 pools in the resort itself. A couple of them are down in the homes by the lake. And there's 2 actual pools inside the RV park. I'll take you inside the pool area and show you. Very nice bathhouse and laundry. So there's 2 sets of laundry. Restroom there. Nice bathhouse with showers here. $3.50 to wash and dry. Nice little patio area out behind the pool. Lots of seating around the pool, you'll see. A good slide. Handicap accessible. Handicap lift. This pool sits right above the area where we're camping, which was the 3, 4, and 500s. Looking down on 3, 4, and 500s. That's where we are. I don't know if you can see way off in the distance there. You can get a glimpse of the lake. Very nice pool area though. With a slide. There's another area with some of the cabins they have for rent. This is a crazy design. This hill that they're sitting on is so steep. I think they had to close off. You saw us just walk through the barriers, but they had to close that off to traffic. So no bikes or scooters would come down this way. But my assumption is that you could drive your car up to one of these cabins. These are pretty cool little cabins. That one's called Yellowhammer. That one's called Sweet Home. 5, 6, and 7. Weiss number 3. These great little looking cabins. We have not seen anyone. Both times we've been here, we've not seen anyone staying at these cabins. But check out their website. I'm sure you can find more information if you're interested. But this super steep hill going down. I'm sure the camera doesn't pick that up, but this leads down to the 6, 7, and 800 sections of the park. This is not the only way to get to that section, so you don't have to come down this steep hill. But you see, looks like some other RV sites. I can't imagine pulling an RV up this hill, but they may have plans for more of these cabins. Here is what I'm thinking. So this area is at the bottom of the hill. We just walked down where the cabins were, and this is kind of your 700s area of the park. There are a good many, looks like long-term stays here. Some of these I know are work campers of the staff of the park. But these are the 700s here. Now this park is really well taken care of. You'll see pet stations scattered throughout, just like that one you see there. You'll see Wi-Fi stations. There's a tower just right over there. Wi-Fi's been really good while we've been here. We've been able to stream TV, internet, anything we wanted to do has been fine while we've been here. So I think they have a really good Wi-Fi. Somebody having fun with all their bikes. You see there's another Wi-Fi tower right there. So they are scattered throughout the park. I'll take you up to this last section. I think it's the 800 section with the other pool here in the park. This is the 800 section. Got some back ends here. I'm actually walking through a nice little pull through here on the corner. Now this 800 section is the lowest part of the park. Kind of sits down in a hole. But you see all the roads are paved. All the sites are gravel. Nice grassy areas. Again, all full hookups. 20, 30, and 50 amp water and sewer. I don't think there are any sites without sewer or water or anything like that. There's that second pool up on top of the hill. We'll walk up there in just a moment and take a look at that. And straight ahead, you'll see something they've built within the past year or so. Is a big venue, event center. So that can be rented out for any of your events, weddings, receptions. Anybody wants to have an RV rally, it'd be a great place to do that. Here we are at the top of the hill, just under the event center. This section of the park's pretty full. It's still a 800 section. Mostly back ends, but you got 3 pull-throughs right here in the center. I see a couple more Wi-Fi towers up here on the hill. So again, that's well taken care of. Right up here by the new second pool. So there are some designated tent sites up here in the woods. This is up by the pool. First time I walked all the way up here, so I hadn't really seen that. But there are probably 8 or 10 designated tent sites up there. Right outside the pool. A very nice sized pool here. So inside the pool house here are showers and restrooms. We'll just do a quick glance at the pool. I don't want to video anyone without them knowing. So you see it's a very big pool. Very good sized pool. Got a slide on it as well. You walk way down behind the pool. There's the pool. Just a nice place to walk. Get out and walk. You can see in the distance out there, that's the hill we came down with all the cabins. And I'm going to take you by one last section of the park, which is the 700 section. Or actually, excuse me, the 600s. And there's one more bathhouse and laundry we'll take a look at. Earlier we talked about goals that we wanted to do as we were traveling and our mile a day is one of those goals that we're doing now. But one other goal I wanted to do is, I mentioned earlier in the video about the marriage conference we went to and finding one funny thing in your day. And so I have to share with you, last night Amy and I were headed to one of our niece's softball games, decided to stop at McDonald's and get us a bite before we went. And we pulled into the curbside pick up our order, got our order and started to back out. And as we were backing out, there was someone in the drive-thru that pulled out of the drive-thru forward. It was a minivan, one of those slider doors on it. Slider door was open, and they stopped and looked, and there was a little boy standing in the slider door. He's probably 3, maybe 4 years old. But I thought, well, that's weird. And all of a sudden I looked again, and the little kid's standing there, pulled his shirt up, and he's just peeing out the side of the van. So that was our funny for the day, for sure. All I could think about was, kid, you better enjoy that now, because if you try that in a couple of years, you're going to be put in jail. That was our funny for the day. Hope you find something funny as well. So here's the last bathhouse that I mentioned. Make sure no one's in there. So you see a separate toilet and sink and shower area. Just kind of a bench, seating bench. It's very nice. Air conditioned, feels great in here. Looks like they have 4 or 5 of those. And then this is the laundry, the second laundry. A few more machines than the last. They have 5 washers and 5 dryers in this laundry. Again, they all take $3.50 to wash and dry, and you can also pay with your phone. All right, this is the last section of the park. This actually is the 700s. Another part of the 700s, all these are back ends coming down the hill. Well, that's it for Great Escapes at Chestnut Bay. Hope you guys have enjoyed the tour. We give it an A+ rating. So if you're in the area or want to travel to the area, I think it'd be great. I think you would enjoy it. Take a look at their website. Maybe I'll provide a link for you here in the video at the end. But just thanks for joining us. If you see someone that might be interested in some of the content that we're doing, please share our video, share our page. We'd love for you to come along, and any of your friends that might be interested to come along as well. Thanks for joining us. God bless.